This video is sponsored by Skillshare. What's up guys, I got a brand new video for you today, and today we're going to take a look at LumaFusion 3.0. This is a huge new update. I'm going to cover 5 of the main things that I think are game changing. One of them is specifically game changing, and I'm going to jump right in. I'm not going to spend any time talking. This. You can actually use an external hard drive now, so you can work off like a Samsung T5 SSD, and this is amazing. This is something I've wanted for like 2 or 3 years, because typically you have to import all the footage onto the iPad or your iPhone, and it takes up a ton of space, especially if you're recording in like 4K 10-bit high frame rates, and this is game changing. So for me, just being able to plug in an SSD right into the iPad, then go up to the top left, go to files, but basically what you want to do is you want to go add link to folder, and then you're going to find the hard drive that you're using and then the files that you want to use. So in this case, I'm using test Luma video. Go done. Click on that, and you can see all your files load in here. You can preview them right on the fly. Just click on them here. Preview them. Boom. You don't really have to do anything else other than that. There's no transferring to the iPad. So I made a new project here, and I'm just going to drop in some footage just to show you that it's working. So just click on it, drag it down to the timeline. Boom, it's playing back right off the drive. So the next huge update they added is stabilization. So something like Warp Stabilizer in Premiere, you can now stabilize your footage right inside of LumaFusion. And I'm gonna drop a clip in here that I was doing handheld, wasn't trying to be super smooth. I think it was this shot here. And I'm just gonna find a chunk of footage that I wanna use. So maybe we'll start here, go to there. I'm not going to stabilize the entire clip. I just want to show you what it's like. So you're going to take that clip, double click on it. It's going to take you into the properties, and you'll see there's a new option down here. Click on that. It's called Locked and Loaded Stabilization. So that's pretty cool. We've now got image stabilization. It takes a little bit of time to render, but if we turn this on, it's going to actually track it. It's pretty fast. I've got an older iPad, and if we play this back, it should be pretty smooth. And you can go in and you can change different strength, shutter correction. I assume that's kind of like rolling shutter correction. We can check that and see what that does. I think it might straighten lines a bit. So you can go overall strength. Right now it's at 70%. If we crank it to 100, you can see it crops in a little more. Does a pretty good job though, that's pretty smooth. I'll show you side by side what's not corrected and what is corrected. So it's gonna play from uncorrected into corrected stuff. Not corrected, corrected, and you can see it smooths everything out, it looks really nice, and then when it jumps back to the handheld stuff, it's pretty choppy. So there you go, Locked and Loaded Stabilization. It's added to LumaFusion. It's a new feature we have now. We can stabilize footage. So the next cool feature they added is the ability to add audio unit plugins. So you can actually go to the App Store and download plugins that you would use in like GarageBand and actually use them inside of LumaFusion. So if you want to use compressors, EQs, noise suppression, things like that, you can actually do that. And I'll go and download a plugin and just apply it just to show you what it's like. So you're gonna go to the App Store and type in audio units. And as you can see here, there's a whole bunch of different plugins. There's free ones, there's paid ones. Let's just try one of the free ones. Let's try Rough Rider. So the plugin's downloaded. We're gonna go back to this, click on our clip. We're gonna go to the audio properties here. So then we're gonna go over to the little plug here, and we're gonna click on the plug plus button here. It's showing us one of the plugins that we have the ability to use. Just drag it over to in use. And you can see we got Rough Rider here. And as you can see, you've got all these knobs and the abilities to adjust your compression.
Brand new video for you today. And here we have another new vlogging camera from Sony.
So you want to boost the attack.
Sony didn't even tell me the name of it until it showed up at my door.
And the ratio.
But basically, this camera is going to be a vlogger's interchangeable.
So that's really cool. We can now use plugins inside of LumaFusion. They've also added a few other things of their own. So they've got their own compression here. They've got a limiter built into it. And they've also got a graphic equalizer, which is amazing. So you can actually adjust all this stuff on the fly.
That's what they said. So basically anyone that wants to go from like an iPhone or a point and shoot camera to something that has a little bit more creativity to it, you can swap the lenses. do some crazy things like that. That's what this camera is designed for.
But that's really awesome. We got like a full audio suite now, ability to add plugins, EQ, compression, all that awesome stuff. So before we get into the next update, here's a few words from today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creatives just like you, and right now is the best time to explore new skills, deepen existing interests, and get lost in creativity. With Skillshare's online classes, you never know what you're going to find. So maybe you're thinking of learning how to get better at filmmaking, or maybe you want to understand storytelling a little bit better. Well, there's tons of classes that cover those topics, just like Cinematography Basics, Understanding Filmmaking Style by Zach Mulligan, or Low Budget Filmmaking, Tips and Tricks by Maddie Brown. So I just started a new class on branding, and I've been terrible at figuring out what my brand is. You know, it's something I've kind of struggled with for a long time, but I'm actually learning a lot in Kate Aaron's new class called Personal Branding, Crafting Your Social Media Presence. I thought that I would mention it because it might be something that you're interested in, and if it is, it's something you should check out. These classes will help you learn from the ground up with an easy step-by-step layout, kind of like chapters in a book. All classes are curated and have no ads, which is amazing, and that's going to keep you focused, you know, wherever your creativity takes you. And when you join, you can also check out Skillshare's live classes, and you can experience real-time inspiration as you connect with popular teachers while you're watching and working alongside other members. So the first 1,000 subscribers to click the link in the description will actually get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can actually start exploring your creativity today. Thanks, Skillshare. Back to the video. So another thing they added is the ability to actually move the UI around. So as you see it right now, I have my preview window huge. So you just click on it and you can actually drag it over. So if you want to see less of your preview files, because they don't need to be that big, like that's basically the biggest you need it. You can actually make your timeline bigger if you want to, so you can click and drag up your timeline so you can make it huge. So you can see like 4 or 5 layers of clips a lot easier than before, because before you had this little tiny timeline window, it was like this big, and you'd have to scroll around in it to see what you're editing. But the nice thing is now you can actually make this much bigger, just like most editors, you can actually change the UI around. So aside from being able to actually move around the UI, you can actually change things with a numeric value as well. So if we click on this clip, go to the properties, and we come in here and say we want to crop this, typically you have to work with the slider, right? But now you can actually go to this little pencil tool here, and if you wanted to, say we want to crop it in 5%, you can hit enter and it'll crop it in 5%. Go to this side, maybe want to crop the left side 5%. That's going to crop in the left side. And this way it's easier than just trying to slide the thing. I find that using your finger to slide sometimes isn't quite accurate enough, and being able to actually have a numeric value in there is really nice. And the last really awesome update that I saw, I think previewed in the beta or the demo, was the ability to hook up an external monitor. So if you have something like this, a dongle with a HDMI output, or if you have a newer iPad that has Thunderbolt USB-C output, you can actually connect it right up to your monitor, or you can actually get USB-C to DisplayPort cables. I know there's different ways to connect your iPad up to the monitor, and this is gonna allow us to actually have a preview of the edit on the window. So you can actually work off your timeline on the iPad and then preview to an external monitor, the full size monitor, what you're actually working on. And this is amazing if you're trying to get really fine cuts or get different types of color grades, things that might not show as well on the iPad screen. You can see it on something bigger. And yeah, I'll just show you how to connect that up. It's really easy. So I'm just using my Apple dongle here, my USB-C to HDMI, and I was also able to plug in my hard drive as well and play things back here mirrored. As you can see, it's just mirrored iPad to the monitor the same way it normally would. But if you click this little icon here, you can see it's going to go full preview, 16:9, fill the entire monitor. That's if your footage is 16:9, but it's really impressive to see that this will actually play back this way. And you can also make your adjustments and do your things on the fly, and you can see it happening in real time on the monitor. My iPad's a little slow, so maybe that's why it looks choppy. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. LumaFusion's getting better and better, and these updates are amazing. I'm stoked you can work off an external hard drive now. That's a big deal for me. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down twice. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.